for me. Right, there we go. There we go, we're back. Right, keep marching. We're going to turn this into our heel pumps. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Your heel pumps as you're walking through the ankles, the toes stay on the floor, it's just your heels that come up, and it's a little bit quicker than a march. So this will really push that blood from our legs, and it will push up through the body. Again, if you're sitting on the chair, again, you can still do this. Just lift those heels up and down or turn it between them, all right? And again, use the arms. We'll just give them a bit of a full body warm up while using these arms.
I'm going to try for that money and for shoulder centre.
There we go. Perfect. Now, from here, let the bottom half of the body nice and still. We're just going to work the shoulders. So just roll the shoulders back for me. Nice big shoulder rolls. If a shoulder roll is tricky, shrug the shoulders up and down. Okay, it works the same way. So either roll the shoulders or shrug them. So it's completely up to you. Let's do one more going back for me, and then can we take them forwards? So again, nice big. We're taking the cardigan off. Nice big shoulders forwards. Well, I can see Tara's taking some layers off, so I'm warming her up too. Brilliant.
I'm getting warm now.
Ruth is brilliant. Right, we're all warm already. Let's take these arms back. So nice big arm circles for me. Making sure that we allow that torso to twist with it. So don't keep the torso stiff and facing front. Allow it to have some movement. And then we're going to take the arms forward. So reverse that circle, take those arms forwards for me.
Forward and the monkey.
And then from here, I want the legs wider. So try and go shoulder width if you can. Hands up to the chest. We're going to do our torso twist. So you're twisting over the shoulder to the back, and you change side to side.
Which pop star of the 1950s?
This is down. You might not be able to use the arms if you've got a chair that might knock you. So do it without the arms. If you're sitting down, you can still do your torso twist. Okay, so different versions depending if you're sitting or if you're sitting.
No.
Submarine.
And here, we're going to do hands to knee. So opposite hand to opposite knee, and then switch. So opposite hand and knee come into contact. Again, the higher the knee, the harder it is. If you're sitting you're going to be doing something like this. Okay, so you're still working opposite knee to opposite hand. So that's your sitting option there. To make it harder, you target the outside of the knee to the elbow. Okay, so that's your harder version for both sitting and standing. Okay.
Which US state is Fort Knox, otherwise known as the United States Fully Independent?
Perfect. And then from here, those legs back nice and wide for me, just like we did in the torso twist. Now, depending on your flexibility, you're either going to touch the knee, the shin, or the toe. And then you're going to switch and go the other side. So if you're reaching to the knee, you're going to be doing something like this. If you're reaching to the shin, you're coming down a little bit further. And if you're reaching to that toe, you're going all the way down. And you're really working the hamstring of the stretched out leg. So if you can't feel this stretch, make those legs a little bit wider. Again, if you're sitting on the chair, just make sure those legs are nice and wide on the chair, and then just reach down as far as you can. And you're still working the opposite hand, going to the opposite leg.
I'll repeat it, that one. Please.
Perfect. Just do 2 more for me, and then you're going to come up nice and slow. So when I say nice and slow, you're coming up through the spine, and I want your head to be the last thing that looks up. Lovely. Wiggle those legs in, and we're just going to finish doing some heel digs. So when I say heel digs, heel goes down, toes go to the ceiling, and then we switch. So that's called heel dig. The supporting leg, make sure the knee is nice and soft. Don't keep it straight, bend with it.
Effective.
Lock that knee, you're likely going to cause an injury. So allow the supporting leg to bend.
Like most things about this
And
career.
then to test the brain this morning, no, this afternoon, the time we've got baby brain, this afternoon, we're going to do a pattern, all right? So with the legs, you're going to do single, single, and then two on the same leg. So you're going to go one, one, then two. So 1, 1, 2. Perfect. 1, 1, and 2. 2 more times. 1, 1, and 2. Last one. 1, 1, and 2. Brilliant. Right, believe it or not, that's just
Members of Parliament.
first main exercise we're going to do is we've got an arm sequence. If you haven't done an arm sequence in a while, I would recommend you keep your arms nice and straight for me and the wrists flat. For those of you that have done this before, flex at the wrists for me. It's going to make it harder, okay? And you can do this sitting. I'm going to push my screen. Sitting and standing. So first thing I want us to do is we're going to do 8 claps above our heads. We're going to go 1. Bring it back to shoulder height. 2.
The elected members.
3. Perfect. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Now, 4 pulses here. Keeping those arms nice and straight. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. Arms nice and straight for me. Keeping those wrists flexed if you can. This is the harder version. That's your easy version. Lovely, nice small pulses. Now from here, everyone turns their palms and facing up. And again, small pulses for me. Nice and small.
Across the nation, pays tribute.
Lovely, keep it up, keep it up. Now, the last little bit we're going to do is I want you to clench those fists for me. And we're going to circle the arms back. Perfect. Now, the smaller the circle, the harder it is. The bigger the circle, the easier it becomes. Okay, so make sure you're choosing the right size circle. Lovely. It should hurt. If it doesn't hurt, you can do this again. Your final thing for me, again, palms out, facing the ceiling. Reverse that circle, go the other way. This is nice and controlled. Don't go fast with this one. It's really controlled, really slow, but it feels good.
Remember it's Sunday.
And last one, bring the arms to stillness, slowly lower. Perfect. Now, just release those arms. Give those shoulders a bit of a wiggle, a bit of a roll. A lot better. All right, let's go into the leg curls. So those of you that have done this before, you're going to be kicking the back of the heel, get into that nice glute. All right, so you've got a little kick behind you here. If you are sitting, you kind of need a chair that you can kick underneath, but you from here, you're kicking underneath your chair. All right, if you can with the chair. So that's kind of your aim, kicking underneath. Oh, keep going for me if you're standing. I can still, even though I'm sitting down, I can still see you all working, so no cheating. All right, from here, keep the legs going. I want you to pin those elbows into the side, and every time the leg comes up, you're going to bring those hands up to the shoulder. So you're going to do some bicep curls with the arms. So every time the leg comes up, those arms are coming up. If this is too difficult, doing 2 things at the same time, drop the arms and just do the legs. Okay? So there's your harder version here. Your easy version is just sticking with those legs for me. Okay? If you want to make this even harder, grab some weights and make it intense. Okay, now for those that have done this before, we're going to go into our opposites. So what I mean by that is we're going to reach up the opposite hand with the opposite leg. Okay, so we're reaching up, opposite hand, opposite leg. So when you're ready, switch for me into doing your opposites. If you need time to just stop and think about it, then come in, then do. Okay, there's no rush. Brain's going to be a bit not confused, but using those opposites are different pathways to what we use in our brain. Now we're going to, so you can either stick to this, or we're going to switch, and we're going to do same arm, same leg. All right, so same arm, same legs. Join me when you can. You're sticking to opposites, you stick to opposites. If it's all too much, have a stop, have a breather, let the brain settle, and then come back in.
Conversations with them, like, because a lot of memories you lost.
All right, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. If you need to grab a drink, grab a drink. Right, the next one we're going to do is kangaroo jumps. So, for those that have done this before, if you're standing, your hard option, this is your hardest option you can do. You're going to think about there's something on the floor, sort of here, and your challenge is you've got to jump over it. Okay, so your kangaroo jump is going to look like that. Using those arms, and you're jumping over it. Your easy version standing is you're going to do a nice deep squat, then you're going to bring the leg in. Okay, so squat it down, bring it in. So the easy version, you're going to take more distance, so you can squat and bring it in. If you're sitting down, what I would like to do, you're going to start in the middle, you're going to come 2 legs to the side, then you're going to take it all the way around to the side. Okay, so you're stepping side.
Hannah?
All right,
Hannah?
so that, yes, Ruth?
Can you just tell whoever's got the radio on or television to turn it off? Because I can't keep hearing it keeps dipping out your voice.
Okay, I'll figure out who it is and I'll try and mute.
Tell this one, turn down, please. It's interrupting somebody. Turn down, please.
JJ, great to chat. Good luck with Strictly. Thank you.
There you go. I think I've done Pauline's iPad.
Yeah.
I've just
Okay.
Your kangaroo jump. So pick which one you're going to do. Either you're jumping, the hard one, you're squatting, or you're on the chair, legs going side to side. Now for today, baby's been a bit uncomfortable, so I'm going to do the easy version standing, okay? But I can still see people at the top, okay? So I know those that can do the hard version. So we're going to do 10, all right? So get yourselves ready in the position that you're going to do. You're going to start it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. We've got 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Very good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Awesome. Next, I've just killed my legs because now we're going to go straight into squats. So, legs are hip width apart for me, and you're going to do your normal squats coming up and down. So I'm going to turn to the side for the technique. Imagine there's a chair behind me. I go to sit on it, but I decide not to sit down. Okay, so the hips push back, and then you squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs to come up. Okay, carry on if you're standing. If you're sitting, makes you think a little bit different. If you're already sitting here, I'm going to put your hands on your chair. I'm going to push, and then you come back down. So you're going to do a reverse squat for me. So you're pushing, come back down. If you and then you come back down. So you're really pushing, coming back down. So that's your sitting option there, okay? Or the really easy option, you're pushing to come down. All right, so that's your version for the chest squat for me. Oh, I'm going to join my standing. Here we go. So, back into my squats for me. All right, rest it here. What I want us to do is we're going to target the outside of the thigh. You come to centre, we squat. We go the other side, target the outside, and up. So the pattern is middle, side, the middle, other side. Keep it going for me in your own time. If you're sitting, you can still do your reverse squat here, and then just reach down to the side of the chair. All right, so you can still do this pattern by reaching down to the side of the chair. Perfect. Keep it going. Lovely. Couple more for me. Last one to the middle. Last one to the side. Lovely. Let's finish on 5 normal squats for me. We've got 1. And 2. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Perfect. Right, shake out those legs. This is where we just grab your chair. If you need to, support the balance. Okay, so only if you need to. Don't have to if you don't want to. So, first thing I want you to do, if you've done my Pilates before, you'll know this one. So the first thing I'm going to do, point the leg forward and back, keeping the foot on the floor. All right? Keeping the leg on the floor. If you're sitting, turn to the side of the chair so you can still do the leg movement on the chair. So you'll just be sitting at the side. Lovely. All right, so we're really thinking about the core in this. We're coming tall in the body to help with our balance. Now from here, lift the leg up, keep that motion forward and back going. But the foot doesn't touch the floor. The supporting leg, get that knee nice and bent for me, soften the knee. Lovely. Now, the last version we're going to do, I want you to test your balance. So you're going to bring that knee into the chest as far as it can go, and then you're going to take the leg all the way back, and if you can, hands off the chair. So we'll do that again. Bring the knee into the chest as far as it can go. You can hold onto the knee to help. Push it back. Strengthen the legs. Lift up in the body. Replace the foot down. Turn round forward. We're going to do the other leg. So start at the beginning. Point it forward. Point it back. Keep the foot on the floor. If you're on a chair, swivel round. You can use the other leg. So keep it on the floor. Perfect. So again, start to think about, are my abs nice and tight? Am I lifting up in my body or am I slouching? Your posture here will help you. Let's lift that leg up for me. Point it forward, point it back. Again, still think, is my core nice and tight? Have I gone a bit floppy? What's my posture like? If you let all those things drop, you won't be able to do this. All right, balance test now. So bring that knee into chest. You can use that hand to help. Nice and slowly, lean forward. Push that leg back. Hands off if you can. And again, bring that knee into chest. Push it back. Use the balance. Use your core. And close. Perfect. If you've got tension in the hips or it hurts in the thighs, just walk through the heels, do some heel comes like we did in the beginning, and then release any tension. All right, 2 more. We're going to have a drink, and you'll be happy to know we're going to do a sprint. So, what did we do last week? We did 20 seconds, a break, and then 20 seconds. So we'll do that again. For those of you who haven't done a sprint in a while, I personally would recommend you do the 20 seconds with us. And then for the next 20 seconds, I want you to just hill pump. Okay? And then what you can do each week, when you join us again, you can build up that sprint. All right? So those of you that have done this before, we'll do a 20-second sprint. 5 seconds, we'll just hill pump. And we'll go back into a sprint for 20 seconds. Those of you that haven't done this before, you're going to sprint for 20 seconds. And the rest of the time, you're going to be staying at a hill pump for me. Okay? By all means, if anyone needs to stop and to bring it down, you don't stop completely. I want you to carry on into a hill pump, okay? The sprint becomes too much. You never, never, never just stop. You go back down the stage to return your heart rate to normal, okay? So all together, let's march. We're going to just warm up the body a little bit more. We're going to get that blood pumping a little bit quicker. Sam, have you timed on this? We're not just listening. We'll do the 20 seconds, 5 seconds, and 20 seconds. Thank you. All right, now let's go into our heel pump, please. So again, heels are coming off, toes are on the floor. You can still do this sitting down. So when we're sprinting and when you're on the chair, everyone else say heel pumping. When you're sprinting, you're sitting down, you should see this. Okay, that's your sprint on a chair. So you can't get out of it, basically. All right, from here, let's do a light jog for me. So toes just brushing off the floor. Nothing too major. Think about your breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, here we go. First 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sprint, sprint, sprint. So get those legs going nice and fast as you can. Keep it going. 10 seconds left. Keep it up, keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody heel pump, please. So remember, if you haven't done this before, you're going to carry on doing this. Those of you who have done this before, we're going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Here we go. Last 20 seconds. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds, we're halfway. Long 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody heel pump. We're all back to the same stage, please. Bring that heart rate down. That breath. Get your breath back. So remember, in through the mouth, out through the nose. And march. March it out. Alright, last exercise, and then we're going to have a little break. And then the joy to do it all again. Your floor, if you're on the chair, okay, this is what you're going to do. We're going to do some obliques, please, today. So your obliques are these lovely muscles down the side. I feel like mine have gone, but I'll try my best. So if you're on your chair, I want your legs the same width as your chair. If your chair is ridiculously huge, then obviously don't do that. But you're looking for hip width and sort of in line with the chair. Your hands are going to come up to your head, right? Palms are facing out. And then you're going to target the hand going down to the opposite foot, all right? And you try and get to the outside of the foot. Depending on flexibility, you can target the knee, the shin, or the foot. You then come back to centre and you go the other side. Okay, so that's your option on the chair. Make it harder on the chair. Get the legs wider so you've got a bigger reach. Okay, so that's your hard option there for the chair. If you're going to be with me on the floor, if I can get on the floor, you're going to be, let's get that down a little bit more. So if you are on the floor, we're going into our normal floor position. So by normal, I mean back is nice and flat on the floor. The feet are flat on the floor and the knees are pointing up. So you've got a nice triangle with the legs. Do not bring the legs too close so that they're here, because that's going to be harder for you, all right? So just have a bit of a gap. Again, our hands are coming to our head, palms are facing out, and then we're reaching across. So we're targeting sort of, because we're on the floor, it's harder. So you're going to be targeting the sort of middle of your calf. You come back and you go the other side. All right, so you're really reaching, working the opposites here. All right, nice and easy. So I'll let you just get set up. Watch heads disappear and everyone's on their chair. Perfect. So when you're ready, we'll do 20. All right, so we'll do 10 on each side. Okay. Get yourselves ready. So everybody hands up. So they're by the side of the head, palms are facing out. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you're on the floor, legs nice and flat, arms above the head. If you're on the chair, legs out in front of you, arms above your head, and just stretch out those abs for me. Bit of dog. All right, slowly from the floor, coming up for me. This is our time. Grab a little drink. All right, so have a drink. Get some fluid in the body. I don't mean alcohol. Perfect. I think everyone's doing all right. Lovely. Oh, I've still got a sealer and a jumper. I obviously need to work you a little bit harder.
Oh, this is to sweat it off. Sweat that off.
That's my target, to get everyone out of their jumpers.
I get really easily warm. My hand's still cold anyway.
Your hand's cold.
Mm.
Hands are really hard, aren't they? I either find mine are really hot or really cold. I don't really get in between with my hands.
Cold like ice.
You'll have to get some fingerless gloves.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can still do stuff then, can't you?
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, while you're all getting a drink, I'll just explain what we're going to do next. So we're going to do it all again. Same exercises, nothing's changing. The only thing that will be added is after certain exercises, we're going to do a hold. And what that does is it increases the intensity in the muscles, and that's what's going to really help with the muscle strength. All right, 10-second hold. Okay, that's it. It's 10 seconds. So, remember what we did. So we'll hold on the arm sequence. We'll hold on the squats, and we'll hold on the floor. So we're not holding for many, but it's just an added intensity. So what I would recommend on those ones, especially with the squats, if you know you can get lower, just remember that you've got a 10-second hold at the end. So don't burn yourself out too quick and then you're really struggling towards the end of it. Okay, so just monitor how much you're pushing yourself because you've got an added bit. All right. If you really want to go for it, then go for it. Right, I think everyone's back. We're all looking all right. So let's just keep the chair nearby again, because we'll do the same exercises for those that need the chair. And let's just restart by just marching for me again, just to get the body going. I need it today. Again, if you're on the chair, just march on the spot, lifting those legs up and down. Remember what we did. And then everyone for me, nice heel pump. Let's get that blood working from our legs up to the body, getting quicker around the body. We need that oxygen. Lovely. All right, so the first one, remember, we're going to do the arm sequence. So make it easier, keep the wrists flat, so the arms are flat. Make it harder, you flex at the wrists. Okay, so the first thing we did, let's do our 8 claps to the top. So we've got 1 and 2, we hit picture, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now small pulses, keep the wrists flexed if you can. Don't worry if you can't, just relax them. Keep those shoulders down for me, relax them down, so slide the shoulder blades down the back. Perfect. Everyone, palms up to the ceiling, and we pulse again. Now try not to arch the back, so if I turn to the side, I don't want to see this, okay? Nice, flat back, get that chest in, we're not sticking our chest out, we're not a peacock. Perfect. Right, clench those fists for me. Circle the arms back. Now you're going to feel this, and you're going to feel it quick. I'm coming closer so I can just make sure everyone's all right. Yeah, we're good. Lovely. This is going to hurt. Not going to lie. I won't sugarcoat it. It's going to hurt. Palms flat again for me. Let's take those circles forwards. Remember the size of your circle. The smaller the circle, the harder it is. And hold those arms out, nice and still. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Woohoo! Roll the shoulders back. That's a long 10 seconds, isn't it?
Oh, horrible.
Roll those shoulders back. Roll them forwards, give them a shake off. If you need to stretch them out and do your arm stretches, not a problem. All right, from here, leg curls for me. So the idea with this one is we're kicking the back of the heel to the glutes. All right, so kick it back for me to the glute. If you're on the chair, try and get a chair with a gap so you can kick underneath the chair. All right, so you can still do this one sitting down, but you'll just be kicking underneath the chair. Perfect, we've got it. Oh, my arms are hurting. All right, from here, more arm work. Pin those elbows into the side of the body, and let's reach up with those bicep curls. Every time the leg comes up, you're going to reach those arms up for me. If this is too difficult, by all means take out the arms and just concentrate on the legs. All right, so just make sure you're choosing the right option for you. This is your workout, remember, it's not mine. All right, I'm just torturing you and giving you options. Perfect. All right, from here, we're going to go into those opposites. So using the opposite arm reaching up, while the opposite leg is doing that lovely leg curl. If you need to have a break, again, let the brain settle, and then come back in, by all means do. All right?
Okay.
This one can be quite confusing, so just take your time. If you need to go slower, go slower. Perfect. And then when you're ready, I want you to switch, so you're using the same arm, same leg. Again, you need to stop, let the information settle, and then come back in. By all means do. The worst thing you can do is try and rush, because the brain might take a little bit longer to catch up with the body, and if you're standing, by rushing, you're likely to fall, all right? And it just doesn't do you any good. Just stop and come in. Okay, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Now, if that's caused a bit of sort of pain, again, walk it out, use those heel pumps. A really good way to release the tension in the legs. Okay, kangaroo jump. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through it again. Hardest version, standing, is your jumping. All right, that's your harder version. Baby's really not enjoying that one. So your easy version is your squatting and coming up. Sorry, I'm just holding my belly for a minute. So your easy version is here, all right? Nice wide step with the squat, and that's your easy version. Remember, if you're sitting, you're going to start having your legs to the side, and you're going to bring them over. So this is really going to work the core and the legs to make it harder in this last time. If I can do it, because belly's good. Right, you lift it up and down, up and down. That will really test the core with you sitting, all right? And it's hard. Be careful what surface you do on a chair, because you might get carpet burn if you've got a fabric chair. So choose your option. Any option, you're still going to be working, all right? Just because I say it's easy does not mean it doesn't hurt. It will still hurt. I'm going to do the easy version standing, but again, I know I should see a few of you jumping still, so I'm going to be looking at your screens. All right, we're going to do 10. In 3, 2, 1. We've got 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Perfect. Ruth and Tina, you are so in time. You look so ready to be doing it. You look pretty good. Right, let's go into our lovely squats. So, my regulars, straight away, we're going to do our normal squats for me. And you're going to keep it going until I come back in. Okay? So, I'm going to want to explain the chair one again. So, if you're on your chair, you're going to be doing your reverse squats here. You're going to be pushing and down, okay? Pushing and down. And you're aiming to stand to come back down. Stand to come back down. When we do our sequence, you can go to the side, normal, side. All right, so you can still do that. Those of you that are standing, let's go into our side pattern. So you've got target to the side and up, to the middle, up, other side. Perfect, you've got it. If you're on the chair, you can still do this pattern. No getting out of it. Lovely, looking good. All right, I'm going to be nice. We're going to cut this one short because we've got a hold. So last one to the middle, last one to the side, and down, and hold. If you're on the chair, you're holding that push with the arms. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come up. Shake it off. All right, we're going to go into those leg swings. So, grab your chair if you need it for support. If you're sitting on your chair, I'll pretend, scoot around to the side so you can still use the leg for me. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to move my screen a little bit so you can see. Right, first things first. Keeping that leg, point it forward, point it back. Keeping the leg on the floor. There we go. So remember those little things we spoke about before. It's that core nice and tight, all right? Pull it in. Get that belly button to chest, belly button to spine, not to chest. Think about your posture. Are you up or are you a bit slouchy? Remember that supporting knee, let it be nice and soft. Bring that leg up. So it's still going forward and back, but it's up. It's not touching the floor. For support. Lovely. Right. We're going to bring that knee into chest. Use the hand around the knee. Then push it out. If you can, take the hand off the chair. Balance. Bring the knee back into the chest for me. And then push it back out. Push, 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 push. And bring it down. Turn round. Other side. Same thing. Point it forward and back. Keep it on the floor. This is where you need to think about your core, think about your posture, think about your breathing. Think about lovely. All right, from here, let's bring that leg up to the same pattern, but that foot is not touching the floor. If you really want to challenge, take the hands off. See if you can do it without support. Okay, let's bring that knee into the chest. Push it back as far as you can and then bring it back in and push it out. Lovely. Pop the leg back down. Again, walk through the ankles. Release any tension. And into the dreaded sprint. So remember, if you are new to the sprint, you are only doing 20 seconds, okay? The rest of the time, I want you heel pumping. For those that have done it before, we will do our 20-second sprint, 5 seconds heel pump, 20-second sprint. By all means, this goes for anybody. If the sprint gets too much and you need to stop, you come back into a heel pump, okay? If you're on the chair, like I did at the beginning, your sprint becomes this. All right, so it's nice and fast. My legs are moving fast, my arms are moving fast. Okay, so you can still do it sitting down. The dog doesn't like it when I do that. He's looking at me now. So let's march. This just helps get that blood flow going a bit quicker. Sam, can I have your timing skills, please? Thank you. All right, let's take it into a heel pump. So just pump those heels up and down. Nice and easy arms, just at the side, nice and relaxed, nothing too strenuous yet. And light jog for me. There we go. All right, so here we go. 20 seconds, 5 seconds, and then another 20, or 20 seconds, heel pumping the rest of the time. 3, 2, 1, sprint, sprint, sprint for me. Get those legs going as fast as you can. Get those arms pumping. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left, we're halfway. Keep it going, I know it's hard, we can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel pump. Everybody heel pump for me. So if you are carrying on with me, we're going to go back into the sprint. If you've not done this before, you're staying here until we join you. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sprint if you're with me. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Stay at a hill pump if you've not done it before. 10 seconds left. Come on. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody hill pump. Thank you. Everybody hill pump. Remember, you're breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose.
Moira.
Perfect. All right, march it out. Lovely. Okay, last one. We can do this and then a nice cool down. So the last one we're going to do is our floor. So if you're on the chair, remember, legs are either hip width or leg wide just to make it harder. Hands are by the head, your palms are facing out, you're targeting down to the opposite foot. We're going to do a hold in this one at the end. So if you're on the chair, your hold, your grip goes underneath or at the side of your chair and your legs come up off the floor, okay? And that's your hold. If it's easier, have your arms out in front of you by all means, okay? That's your hold there. If you're on the floor with me, you might have a lot that are joining me. So if you're on the floor, again, the same thing as we did before, nice flat back on the floor, feet are on the floor, knees are pointing up. We've still got our hands by the side, palms are facing out, and we're targeting opposite arm to the shin, okay? The higher you can get your shoulders off the floor, the harder it is. Our hold, clasp your hands together, either interlock the fingers or hold the hands, doesn't matter. You're going to try and get them between the knees, and that's our hold here, okay? So that's our hold on the floor. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to get into position. I think everyone's there. Perfect. So I'm going to be nice. We're going to do 15 this time, and then we've got a 10 seconds hold, okay? So everybody hands up, side of the head, palms facing out for me. 3, 2, 1. We've got 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and hold. No, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Again, if you're on the floor, legs go nice and straight and floppy, hands above the head. If you're on your chair, arms above your head, get the legs nice and straight. There he is. Feel the dog. All right, nice and slowly for me. I want you to come up. This is your time if you want to have a little quick drink. I'm going to go straight into the cool down, all right? But if you want to have a little drink and just have a bit of a 10 seconds just rest, that is absolutely fine. Just come back in and join me with the stretches when you're ready. Keep the chair nearby because we will be going and using the chair for some stretching. So the first one I want you to do, there is no rush if you're having a drink, don't worry. The first one I want you to do, when you're ready, foot in front, the other leg back leg is straight for me, front leg is bent, and then you're going to shuffle back actually so you can see. Interlock the fingers for me, you're going to push them out, and then drop the head to the chest, the chin to chest, and you're looking down. Perfect. And then release the hands. first change of legs. Again, back leg is straight, front leg is bent. This time, hands behind the back, still interlocking the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then if you've got your balance, slowly look up to the ceiling. If at any time you wobble, you bring your head back to centre. Lovely. Changing legs again. This time, heel down for me. So toes are pointing up. Push the hips back, and the supporting leg is bent. And the hands go onto the top of the thigh of the bent leg. Okay, not the knee. I want it on the thigh. Avoid joints. If you want to increase your stretch, put the hand down to the foot and push back in the hips. Lovely. Release the hands. Change the side to the left side. So heel goes down, toes point up. Push the hips back. Bend the supporting leg. Put the hands on the thigh, not on the knee. And again, if you want the first stretch, take the hand on the toe. Really push back on those hips. Lovely. And nice and slow. Grab your chair. Oh. Gosh, that'll be fun. There we go. Right, arms for me now. So I want one arm across the body, and I want you to hold the forearm. So again, avoid the elbow, avoid the wrist, and pull that arm into you. You can hold further up, and you can kind of hold like the elbow, the shoulders there, but you can put it. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Lovely. And let's change. So again, sort of in the middle of the forearm, just avoiding that elbow and avoid the wrist for me. Perfect. And then let's reverse this stretch. You're going to have one hand coming up so that it's on the back of the shoulder, and the other hand's on the elbow, and you're going to pull that elbow back. So it depends on the flexibility. You might only be here and pushing it back, but as long as you can feel that stretch here, you're working. Lovely. And then change for me, other side. So again, up onto the back of the shoulder, hand on the elbow, pull it back. Perfect. Lovely. Bring the hands down for me. Just going to finish with the head. So we just turn the head to one side, bring the head back to centre, and then look the other way. And again, come back to centre, go the other side. And then this time I'm going to go to centre, and I want you to look down for me. And then come back to centre and look up. So really stretching out that neck. And again, centre looking down. And centre looking up. And then this time, bringing your head to centre, I want you to drop the ear towards the shoulder. So you should feel that nice stretch in the back of the neck and sort of going down the side. The dog's dreaming, so if you hear some funny voices, and then bring it back to middle and go the other side. Lovely. And then I want you to drop the head and do 2 big circles with the head all the way around. Do 2 for me, nice and slow, don't rush. And then once you've done 2 that way, I want you to change direction and do 2 circling the other way. Really stretching out that neck. Nice and slow, don't go dizzy. And then once you've done your last one, head to centre. Perfect. And you have completed, I was going to say Thursday, but it's Wednesday. You've completed Wednesday's exercise. So just for a quick recap, to remind you about next week. Next week we have Monday, we're doing Pilates actually on Monday, so that's at 2 o'clock. We'll do a Pilates session, so quite a lot of stability stuff, strength stuff, balance, really good. So if you used to come to the Mondays class, like way back in February, then it's similar to that. And then on Thursday at 2 o'clock, we've got this class again with different exercises. Okay, so that's your week next week with me. So everyone have a lovely weekend, and if I see you on Monday for Pilates, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you next week on Thursday.
Thanks,
you,
Hannah.
Hannah.
All right, see you all
Bye.
soon.
Take care.
Lots of water, please. Lots of water.
Bye.
See you
Thank you very
later.
much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.